Okay, from today onwards, we'll be continuing our web development classes. In today's session, we are going to build an basic portfolio. As in the previous classes, I have shown you how an portfolio look like. Is it right? I asked how many of you having own portfolios, how many of you know the word portfolio and all. Are you aware of it? Kindly reply. When you reply, then only the class will be goes well. If you know places, if you don't also just type something, then only I can understand you are listening. You got, I think you all know the word portfolio, and I think everybody having an own portfolio. Today we are going to build that particular portfolio with the help of HTML and CSS. We are going to build an portfolio with the help of HTML and CSS. A basic, simple portfolio. Okay, can we? Before going to build, I will be showing you the basic example regarding the particular portfolio, and then we are going to build the same portfolio again. Okay, can I show the preview? Let me share my screen. Is my screen is visible? Hello, is my screen is visible? Okay, this is the portfolio which we are going to build as of now. This is a simple portfolio with where I mentioned my name and then designation and then hire me button. Then I have mentioned four anchor tags which are home, about section, skills section, gallery section, and then contact section. In the about section, I am mentioning basic information about me, and then skills over here, and then my work, which are images, and then a contact form, and then a footer. Is this clear? Just we are going to build this particular portfolio with the help of HTML and CSS. With basic coding, we will be making this particular portfolio. Okay, can we build that particular portfolio? Can we build that particular portfolio? Okay, let us start with this, the HTML content. Then we will be applying CSS to the particular HTML page so that it looks like this particular format. A particular heading section, and then about section, then skill section, and then my work, and then contact form, and then a basic footer. For that, let us build the code. Over here, I will be creating a new file which is portfolio portfolio.html. Mention the file name as portfolio.html. Over here, I will be writing the code. Over here, I will be making HTML tag. Just mention the HTML, and then over in the title, I will be making title as my portfolio as the title. And then I will be mentioning some image as well, emoji as well. Okay, over in the body section, I will be writing the code. Over here, you can able to see over here you can able to see there are this is known as navbar. When click on home, it will take you to the home section. When you click on about section, it will automatically take you to the about section, and then skills, and then gallery, and then contact. The same thing. This is known as navbar. This particular thing is known as nav, which is navigation. With this particular thing, we will be navigating to this particular areas. So this is known as navbar. Okay. With this particular navbar, we will be making navigations to that particular area. So this is known as navbar. So first of all, build this particular navbar. For that particular thing, in the body section, we will be making a div. Div is nothing but a division. In the particular division, we will be making a anchor tag href, and then for this particular href, we will be making home. In the same format, we have home, about, skills, gallery, then contact. Let us make home. We have completed with home, then about, and then skills, and then we have gallery, and then finally we have contact form. Okay, this is the particular navbar. Let us run this particular code. For by this particular thing, you can able to see this particular kind of UI. Without any CSS, we can able to get this particular UI. So let us continue the same thing. We have completed with the particular nav, and then after this particular nav, we have this particular area. This is header area. Now let us make this particular header area. In this particular header area, we have name, then designation, then in hire me button. Let us make that particular thing. Let us make another div for this particular thing. In this particular div, we will be using a h1 tag for mentioning name. Let me make as Naveen as the name, and then below we'll be having a paragraph tag. In the paragraph tag, we'll be mentioning designation. Full stack developer, and then finally we'll be having a button. Let us make button. For this button, I'll be mentioning hire me as the button name. Now we have completed with this particular thing, name, then in designation, then hire me button. Now how my portfolio look like? This is the thing. This is the navbar, then name, then designation, then an hire me button. Now we have to build this particular about section. Now let us go with about section. For this particular about section, now again we will be creating a new div, which is new division. In this particular division, we will be making h2 tag. We'll be using h2 tag. In the h2 tag, we will be mentioning about me as the title. As you can able to see over here, we'll be having a heading which is about me. I will be mentioning this particular about me, and then below we'll be using a paragraph tag. In the paragraph tag, we'll be mentioning some content. I am learning web development. Using HTML and CSS. Okay, just we have completed with about section. In the about section, we have a heading and then a simple description. Now let us check. We have about section, then in description. Now we have completed with about section, then we have skills section. Let us make the particular skills. For the skills, let us make another div, which is another division. In this particular division, we have heading again. In this particular heading, we will be mentioning my skills as a heading name, and then below we will be making over in the skills. You can able to see every skill is in a box, as you can able to see. HTML is in a box, CSS in a box, JavaScript. These are all skills which are placed in containers. So let us make this particular thing. For this I will be mentioning another div. For this div I will be making a class as skills. For this particular skills I will be mentioning for each box I will be making a separate div. For this particular div I will be mentioning HTML in one box, and then in another box I will be mentioning CSS, and then JavaScript, and then PHP, and then SQL. I have mentioned skills. Let us check. We have completed with my skills heading and then some of the skills. Let us check how it looks. This is how it looks. My skills is the heading and then some of the skills which I have mentioned. And then we have my work. Over here I have used images, as you can able to see. This is image, this is an image, and then this is a separate image. But I have used only one image, so it is looking like that. Just we have a heading and then 3 images. Let us insert. This is a gallery section. So let us make another div over here. For this div I will be making a h2 tag. In the h2 tag I will be mentioning it as my work, and then below we will be using another div. In this particular div I will be making class as gallery. After we will be applying styles to this particular thing only, so I am mentioning gallery as a class. Over here I have mentioned we have used 3 images, so I am mentioning image. In the src just we have to mention the image path. Over in this particular folder itself I have image, which is project.png image, which is an HTML image. I'll be using the same image over here. Just file URL, and then for alternate text I will be mentioning project1. Like this I will be using same. This is 2, 3, and then 4. We have completed with project section as well. Then finally we have contact section. This is the thing how it looks. Now finally we will be having a contact section. So let us build this particular contact section. In this contact section we have one contact as title and then 3 input fields for name, email, then message, then a submit button. Let us make that particular thing. For this particular contact section also we will be making a separate div. In this particular div I will be using h2 as contact me, below I will be creating a form with the help of form tag. In the form tag, as I said, we have 3 input fields. First one is name field, input type as text, name as name. No need of this particular ID and all. Then I will be mentioning placeholder. With the help of placeholder we can indicate what the user should enter. Your name. And then in the same format for email, I will be mentioning type as email, then name as email, then your email. And then we have description box. As you can able to, this is a description box. As much content you enter, the text box will increase. As you can able to see, we can increase the size of this particular text box with this particular thing. For this we should use text area. Let us use text area instead of input. Text area will be having closed tag. For this particular text area I will be mentioning name as, which is message. I will be using a placeholder, your message. And then finally we will be having a submit button. Let us make submit button. For this particular button I will be mentioning send send message as the button name. Let us check how it looks. This is the form which we have built now. As you can able to see, contact me title, then name section, then email, then as you can able to see, this is text area. We can increase or decrease the size with the help of text area tag, then submit button, and then we left over with this particular part which is footer part, copyright and all. Let us mention that also. For that, let us make another separate div. Instead of, let's make a div as well. In this particular div, just I will be using a paragraph tag. In the paragraph tag, I will be mentioning copyright at the rate copyright. As we discussed about symbols in the HTML, which is the character used for at the rate copyright symbol? Can anyone? For copyright, we'll be using and then copy. With this particular thing, you can able to get an copyright symbol. As you can able to see, by placing ampersand and copy, you can able to get an copyright symbol. This is I have completed with the footer as well. This is all about HTML code. We have completed with all the HTML part. Is this clear? Does anybody have any doubts regarding this particular HTML code? Now when I click gallery, it doesn't take me to the gallery because I have not at all mentioned any redirections in the href. Now let us place the redirections. First of all, over here in the href, we'll be making hash home. For about, we'll be mentioning hash about. For skills, we'll be using hash skills. For gallery, we'll be mentioning hash gallery. For contact, we'll be mentioning hash contact. Hash will be used with the help of id. So let us make, this is the home section. So for this div, I'll be mentioning id equals to home. id as home. This is about section. For this, I'll be mentioning id equals to about, and then for this div, I'll be mentioning id as skills, and then we have gallery section. For this div, I'll be mentioning id as gallery, and then for this particular section, id as contact. Just I have mentioned hash over here and then id over here. When I save and then run the same code, when I click on contact, it will automatically take me to the contact section. When I click gallery, it will take me to the gallery. When I click home, it will show me the home page. About section only. Gallery section, then contact section. Is this clear? Is there any doubts regarding this particular HTML code? Now we have to write the styles to this particular HTML page in order to make this particular UI. Like this particular UI, we'll be converting this particular HTML page by writing some of the CSS. Is this clear? Does anybody have any doubts regarding this particular HTML code? I want reply from all. Kindly reply. Hello. Only one person replied. What about remaining? Are you clear with it? Okay, I will explain one more time about this particular HTML code. In the HTML code I have mentioned only, I have splitted this particular HTML page into parts. Just see, this particular heading is a separate part, this particular thing is separate, this particular div about is separate, skills are separate, my works are separate, contact is separate, then footer is separate. For this everything I have splitted among them, and then I am using a separate div for this, and then division, this is a separate division, this is also a separate division, and then about section is separate division, my skills is a separate division. The same format in the code also I have splitted everything into separate divisions. This is a division, this is one division, and then this is home division, then this is about division, and then this is skills division, and then this is gallery, then this is contact, and then this is footer. For everything I have splitted among them, and then this is the main div, which is navbar. Navbar in the sense, by this particular thing we will be navigating to the desired area with by clicking on this particular thing. Okay, when click on gallery it will take me to the gallery section, when click on contact it will take me to the contact. In the same format, this is the navbar. With this particular nav we will be navigating from one div to another div. Okay, over here we will be using in the href, just we will be using hash. Hash indicates id, hash home, it will automatically search for id which is with home. It will, or if it matches it will be showcasing this particular area, it will automatically trigger this particular area. If about, it will trigger this particular area. If skills, it will trigger this particular skills area. If gallery, gallery area, then contact and all. In the home section, just I have used h1 tag, paragraph tag and a button. By simply I have mentioned use name, then designation, then a button, which is hire me button. In the about section, the same thing, h2 tag. In the h2 tag, just about me heading and then a simple description about me. In the skills section, just I have used division, separate divisions, because each skill showed in separate boxes. So for this particular thing, just I have used separate divs in order to showcase them in separate boxes. Later on we will be adding some css to this particular div. Then gallery section, we have 3 to 4 images, just I have mentioned with the help of img tag, which is image tag. Just I have inserted some images, and then this is a contact section. In the contact section, just I have used separate heading, and then a form. In the form, just I have used 3 input fields, which first one is name, then email, then a message, then a submit button, and finally just an footer section, a copyright symbol, then a simple my portfolio as in copyright. Is this clear? Can we apply styles to this particular html page? Okay, let us apply styles. For this particular thing, I'll be creating a new file for styles. For the styles, I already have styles.css file, so I will be creating a new style1.css. The extension will be css. Over in this particular thing, just in the portfolio, we have to call the particular style1.css. With the help of link rel, we can able to call the particular style sheet. The file name is style1.css. Just I have called the particular style1.css over here. So whatever the css we write in the style1.css, it will automatically reflect over here. Okay, in the style1.css we will be writing some styles. First of all, our html page started with body, so let us write css to the particular body section. For the body is an element selector, so no need of any dots or all, just directly body. Then we'll be applying some parameters. For the margin, I'll be removing the extra margin, so I'll be using 0. It will automatically remove the outer space. It will automatically remove the outer spaces, so I will be applying margin as 0. Then I will be applying font family. Font family as I will be using Arial, Helvetica, Sans Serif as a font family, and then I will be applying some background color to the entire body section. I'll be using F2, which is an some light grayish color, white color. When I run, you can able to see the difference. Over here, you can able to see the color. Just I have removed the margins to the particular page. Just I have applied some background to the particular HTML page. Just I have applied to the body section. Is this clear? Then we have navbar. This particular navbar, if you want to apply styles, just I will be using class as navbar. Just I have used class as navbar, so I will be writing styles over here. For this particular navbar, I have used class attribute. For the class attribute, we will be using periodic operator, which is dot navbar. Over here, if we write the styles, it will automatically trigger this particular navbar. For this particular navbar, we will be applying some background color as some black color, and then we'll be applying some padding in the sense inner space 15 px as we discussed. And then text align, the align item, the elements to be in the center. So actually the items are in the left side, so let us align these particular items into center with the help of text align center. When I refresh this particular page, you can able to see I have applied the background as black color, and then align all these particular elements into center. Is this clear? Just I have applied this particular thing. Still we have to apply some more styles in order to make this particular UI. This is all about navbar. Is this clear? This is navbar. Just we have applied background and then align the items into center. Still it doesn't get this particular UI. Over here, if we hover, we will be getting an underline, and then the entire text is in white color. Here the entire text is in blue color. Let us write this particular code. Over here you can able to see inside this particular navbar we have anchor tag. Inside navbar we have anchor tag. So how can we write the styles in the sense? Just dot navbar, inside navbar we have anchor tag. Just we mention a. Inside navbar we have anchor tag. So we'll be writing the styles to this particular anchor tags. For home, about, skills, gallery and all, we'll be using a. And then inside this particular a, we'll be writing color as white. I'll be mentioning color as white, and then we'll be removing the underline line. As you can able to see, for everything there is an underline. Let us remove this particular underline with the help of text decoration as none. If you mention text decoration as none, you can able to remove the particular underlines. As you can able to see, the underlines has gone, and then the entire text is in white. Now there is no spacings in between them, so let us apply some spacings. We'll be using some margins. Margin as 0 and then 15 px. When I run, you can able to see it has been applied some margins. Now all the items has been aligned properly. This is clear. Just we have applied CSS. As you can able to see the same thing over here as well. We have achieved same thing, but when I hover on this particular thing, I'll be getting an underline. Over here I cannot able to get the underline, so let us write that particular code. For this particular thing we'll be using navbar, the same thing, dot navbar. Inside navbar we will be having anchor tag. For this anchor tag we will be using, on hover on this particular anchor tag we will be making text decoration as, we can use dotted or anything. When I run, you can able to see when I hover on this particular thing, text decoration as underline. Let us use underline. When I hover on this particular thing, I can able to get an underline. Is this clear? We have completed with this particular navbar. Now let us go with this particular heading section. So let us see the code, the HTML code we have completed with navbar. Then we have home section. For the home section, we have, let us mention this particular class as, for this particular div I will be mentioning the class as header. Now I will be writing the styles for header. Header is also a class, so I will be using dot. For this particular header I will be writing the styles like, I will be applying some background color as something gray color, and then I will be making entire text into white, and then I will be making the entire items to be aligned at the center. When I run, you can able to see the entire text is in center, and then I applied some background color, but you can able to see the entire text has been stick to the bottom and top. So let us apply some padding. When I apply padding 50px and 20px, let us apply 20px. When I apply some padding to this particular HTML page, I can able to get a padding. Is this clear? Over here this is top, this is bottom. For the top I have used 50px, and then for the bottom just 20px. The same thing, here we have a button. For the button this is in yellow color. Here we have simple button. Let us write styles to the button. For the button actually inside header, inside the header we have button, so the style will be dot header and then button. For the button I'll be making margin top as 15px. Margin top in the sense I'll be creating some space. Why the space? In the sense I'll be creating some space in between this particular designation and then over here. Just I have created some space over here. Let me show you. When I make 150px, I can get more space in between this particular thing. Just I have creating some space 15px, and then padding, I'll be creating a padding of 10px and then 20px. When I create padding, you can able to see inside this particular button, just I have created padding. Without this particular padding, you can see the text get stuck into the top and bottoms. Just I will be applying some padding which is 10px and 20px. You can able to get this particular interface, and then actually the button is rounded. As you can able to see, the button corners are rounded. Over here it is sharp edges, so let us make some rounded. Let us remove the border as none. Just I have removed the border, and then I will be applying some border radius of 5px. If I apply 5px, I can able to get an sum of rounded corners. As you can able to see, some rounded. If you increase the border radius, you can able to get more rounded. Is this clear? This looks fine. Now we have to apply some color. background color for the button. Background color as this is yellowish color, let orange color, let, and then but the text in black is not good. Let me make the text as white. This is clear. We have completed with this particular thing as well. Hire me section, and then this is also we have completed. Now we have about section and then my skills section. So let us write this particular UI for the about section. For the about section, this is about section for the class. I'll be creating a new class. Uh, Instead of creating for each thing, as you can able to see, about section, my skill section, my work section, and then contact section, these are having same UI. As you can able to see, they are all this having same background card as white card. So for all this they are having a section. Let us create a simple class which is section. This is also a section, so let us mention it as a section. And then this is also a section. For all, I'll be creating same. And then this is also a section. And then the contacts also a section. For this particular section, I'll be applying some styles. Dot section. For the section, I'll be writing styles like I'll be applying some background color as white color. And then width of the background to be 80%. Over here you can able to see the width has been up to 80%. I have not utilized all the width, so just I have mentioned 80%. And then I will be applying some padding 25 px. When I run, you can able to see this particular interface. Even the particular about section is been stuck at the left side, so let us make this particular about section to be somewhat right. So let me apply some margin. For the margin, I'll be applying 25 px auto. It is clear. For everything, just I have mentioned padding as 25 px and margin as 25 px. 25 px in the sense it will be creating 25 px over here as well. Now you can able to see this all having sharp edges. Let us make rounded edges. For that we'll be using border radius. Border radius will make rounded edges. You can able to get a rounded edges over here. Now everything is completed. Now we have to apply styles to the this particular skills. As you can able to see, for the HTML CSS, and then we have skill boxes. So let us apply some styles to the boxes. Let us check with the HTML code. In the HTML code section, we have skills as a class. So let us apply styles to the skills. This is also a box, so let us apply some class as skill box as a class. Just I'll be using same class to the every div. Now I'll be writing styles dot skill box dot skill box. For the skill box, I'll be writing styles display inline hyphen block. With this particular inline block, all the elements will be displayed in a single line. Let me check. All these particular elements will be visible in a single line with this particular inline block. and then I will be applying some background color, some grayish color, and then I will be applying, let us check. As you can able to see, everything having a grayish color, but everything has been stuck. Let us apply some padding. Padding as 25 px. When I apply padding as 25 px, you can able to see this is the padding for every container. Still, it has been stuck. Let us apply some spaces in between this particular tabs. For this, I will be applying some margin, 5 px. I will be applying some padding as 10 px, then 15 px. When I run, I can able to get this particular pills. Now let us make this particular thing as well rounded. So let me make border radius as 5 px rounded. We have completed with this particular skill section as well. And then we have images section. Already the images has been fitted automatically. Then we have finally this contact section and then footer section. Let us apply styles to the contact section, about section. For the contact section, as you can able to see in the contact section, every input field in a single line, and then everything having a attractive input field. So let us make the UI for the input fields. For this particular thing, as you can able to see, we have form. This is the contact section. We have form. Inside this particular form, we have inputs, input, then we have text area and all. So let us apply styles for the form, and then input, comma, form, text area. We'll be applying the same styles for both. I'll be applying width as 100%, so the input field will get 100% width, and then padding as 10 px, and then I'll be applying some margin. Without margin, let us check. You can able to see I will be getting this particular UI. There is no gap in between this particular input fields. Let us make some gap with the help of margin. Margin 10 px, which is at top, and then 0 at bottom. When I refresh, you can able to see I'll be getting attractive input field. Then we have finally submit button. So let us make style for the button. For the form, then we have button. Inside the form we have button. For the button, the same thing which we have made for the over here. I will be taking the same thing. Over here I will be placing the same text styles for the button as well. When I refresh, you can able to see submit button. Now my contact form has been completed. And finally we have footer section. Let us apply styles to the footer section. For the footer section, I will be using dot footer. For the footer, I will be applying some background color, which is grayish color, and then color of the footer to be white. The elements to be aligned at center. Then I will be applying some padding. Just I will be calling this particular footer over in that particular div class as footer. When I run, you can able to get this particular UI. It is clear we have built this particular HTML portfolio from scratch. We have make the particular HTML from basic tag, and then we have applied styles for each and every element. This is clear. Does anybody have any doubts? Hello, kindly reply. Hello, kindly reply. By tomorrow, everybody should submit their own portfolio like this by writing their own code. Is this clear? Kindly reply. Is there any doubts? Before one upping, I just want to know, is this clear? Does anybody have any doubts regarding this particular HTML page? I will be sharing this particular portfolio code with you. Just go through it. If you have any doubts, you can ping me in the WhatsApp. I will clarify your doubts. Okay, okay. Today we will wind up the session and then we'll be continuing by tomorrow. Thank you.